Have you ever tried selling something on eBay or Facebook Marketplace and the offers that you get are just insulting? You list something at $100 and somebody lowballs your offer with $20 and you end up just feeling really annoyed because you know it's worth more. You feel it in here. But when you check the other listings for similar items like yours, actually, maybe it isn't worth more. But that feeling that your item is worth more is called the endowment effect. And today I'm going to show you how you can use it ethically within your sales, within your marketing at different points in your business so that you can convert and sell at a much higher rate and a higher price. So I want to show you some research behind the endowment effect so you know that it isn't just made up nonsense. And then I'll show you my own framework, OWM, 3 moves that will create instant psychological ownership and actually lower buyer resistance as well. Part 1, what is the endowment effect? When something feels like it's ours, we value it more and we resist giving it up. That's why we defend our old mobile phones and never chuck them out. We've got them lying around our house. That's why that hoodie that we have, it feels very special to us. Or that price that we set for an item that we're trying to sell on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, we very rarely want to discount it because ownership of something actually inflates value, and that's the endowment effect. There's actually some really good famous research into this, and it's called the IKEA effect. You may have heard it. I'm going to really just sum up the IKEA effect very quickly in a concise manner, just so you get the idea of it. Everyone's heard of IKEA. It's like a flat pack furniture place, sells basically everything, and it's very cheap as well. But they did this test with 2 different groups of people. One group of people was given an IKEA storage box, and they had to assemble it themselves, right? The second group of people was given the already assembled storage box. So both groups were then asked how much they would be willing to pay for the storage box. Remember, group 1 had to assemble the storage box themselves, and then they were asked how much they'd be willing to pay. Group 2 got given the already assembled storage box and were asked how much they'd be willing to pay for the box. Now here's what they found. This is where it's really interesting. The people who had to assemble it themselves, the builders, were willing to pay 63% more than the people who just got given the storage box, who didn't have to build it themselves, for the identical storage box. And they found this again and again in studies. So basically, people who, contribute to something, or people who build something, or people who own something, they have a tendency to value the price of whatever they've took part in or whatever they own is much higher than people who, don't own the thing, basically. And so there's a way to use this in your own sales and your own marketing. We've got the own framework, and that's what I like to call it. Get it? Own framework, because we're talking about the endowment effect. It's what you own, you have a tendency to value more. Nah, never mind, eh? But own starts with O, which stands for offer a token of ownership. So in your sales, your marketing, or your product, whatever you're trying to sell, you need to make the prospect or the customer feel like they've already invested something, time, effort, or personalization, so it feels like it's theirs before they pay. So if you're running a SaaS, that might be a dashboard with their customer's name at the top, once they've logged in, or a custom color scheme, or something for them to change, or imported data from their own business. In e-commerce, it could be a live product preview with their initials engraved, their favorite color selected, or a bundle they've built themselves, something which they've contributed to the item, right? Or the service. And if you sell services, you can run a quick diagnostic and deliver a personalized PDF with the client's name, the logo, and action points already filled in, calling it their action plan, to give them ownership and connecting it to your business. See what I'm trying to do here? So the key is the ownership has to be personal, has to be persistent, it has to be visible the next time they come back. And if they can see their version, their thing, then you've planted the seed, basically. So up next on the own framework is W. So withdraw gently. So this is where you introduce the idea that if they walk away, they will lose something they've already started to value. And this is very easy with, SaaS products or software products, because generally when you stop paying for a subscription of a product, you end up losing things, right? So it has that naturally inbuilt. And if you think back to that example I gave of selling on Facebook at the start of this video, nobody wants to sell their item for less than what they think it's worth, even if it is worth less. So remember, this isn't about fear, it's about understanding that humans have this tendency in us to overvalue the things that belong to us. So for instance, going back to that SaaS product idea, a lot of companies say, if you quit paying the subscription, we'll keep your imported data for 72 hours before, we basically give it up. It keeps you on the hook, right? In e-commerce, they'll say things like, we'll hold your custom build and your discount until Friday at 5 p.m. Whilst you are trying to decide whether you want the item or not. In services, your personalized action plan and your reserved slot are held for 48 hours. Like, you could lose your personalized action plan if you in fact don't follow through, or if you in fact don't go to the next stage or whatever. And it's just a simple way that companies have this in. It's built in and it keeps people around just a little bit longer because it feels like it's theirs, and it feels like, it's something that they want to continue to do and that they don't want to lose as well. And it's a polite countdown. It's not really a pushy ultimatum. So it's actually quite ethical. But if it triggers that little voice, like if I don't act, I'm going to lose what's mine, it also triggers something called loss aversion. And we've actually talked about this in a different video. So the third letter of own, N, nudges. So finally, you make it easy to take a small step to protect what's theirs. So in SaaS, that could be you keep your dashboard live and you add your card to secure yourself. You can cancel at any time. In e-commerce, that could be reserve this bill for £1. We'll apply it to your final order. In services, it could be lock in your personalized plan and slot with a refundable deposit. So the psychology here is simple. It's that once they've taken that micro step, they're far more likely to complete the bigger one, because in their mind, it's already theirs. They're just kind of protecting it, if that makes sense. So ownership first as a recap. You've got that gentle withdrawal and then a tiny commitment as well. And that's the own framework. Think about it. Own, endowment effect. That's exactly what it means. What we own, we have a tendency to value more. These little frameworks that I give you on this channel, they're built in such a way that it's designed to make you remember. The word's always related to basically what I'm trying to teach you, okay? So give your customers, your clients, your prospects something to call their own, and then you'll be shocked at how much easier the sale actually becomes, because they've already adopted what you're trying to sell them basically as their own. So in this video, you've probably increased your conversions a little bit if you've tried and applied some of these techniques to make people feel like whatever you're selling or whatever you're trying to get them to do is already theirs. Next, you make them trust it's the right choice. So you can watch my video on how to use social proof to instantly boost conversions, where I show you the exact reviews, numbers, and trust cues that can flip the doubt of your customers and your clients into, yes, I'll get this one. So click it now, it's on the screen, and I will see you in there. Take it easy, see you soon.